So this is blue-black control, or Dimir control. The essential idea of this deck is to be responsive, reactive to what the opponent's doing, but we still have some evasive threats in Thief of Sanity, Brazen Bottor, and Lochmere Serpent that will allow us to take over the game. We have lots of cheap answers in Legion's End, Drowning the Loch, Tyrant Scorn. Duress is a good card as well. Thought Erasure, so we've got lots of access to discard to be able to stop the opponent from doing what they want to be doing. Overwhelmed Apprentice, obviously, just going to help us smooth out our draws as well. So this is what we're going to be doing. Again, we've got kind of like a sideboard that is slanted toward being slightly more controlling, which is all fine. So yeah, let us fire on into some games with this one. So for those of you that don't already, you can follow me on Twitch. I'm currently obviously live. It's twitch.tv/AW_Rainer. The link is in the description below for those on YouTube. And for those of you watching on Twitch, you can catch all of my videos on replay on YouTube, and it's youtube.com/Rainer1903. This hand's a little slow, but I think it's good. Fabled Passage is going to help us have our mana working, so... Slightly awkward tapland mana, but I think this hand is still fine. That's a good draw. Let's just go ahead and Thought Erasure here. So they have a Vraska and a Hydroid Crisis. So I think Vraska is the more scary one. We'll keep another land there. We can Murderous Rider this Hydroid Crisis if that's what they play. And now this Fabled Passage comes in untapped. So I think I'm happy enough just playing Thief of Sanity here. They're going to have to play out this Hydroid Crust to be able to block, and then we've obviously got multiple answers to it already, so... It seems like a pretty reasonable sequence. Yeah. So this works out fine for us. We get to destroy the Hydroid Crisis. Oh, Gaddock's such a good one there. That just gives us a way of going over the top of what they're going to try to do. They've got 4 cards in their graveyard, so this Drowning the Loch is going to counter a lot of spells, but not everything. Doesn't counter that one. We do get to kill the land, and then we can murder the Nissa, so... Kill the Temple of Mystery. Let's see what we find this time. Find a bunch of lands. Kill the Nissa. And then we get to play the Overwhelmed Apprentice. I don't think I want either of these now. Our hand's quite responsive. Finding a 6th land means we get to land the Gaddock. Hydroid Crassus for 4. Okay, land there's pretty good. We get to Gaddock, we get to kill the Hydroid Crassus, and we still get to hit them with a Thief, so... I feel like Wicked Wolf's probably the best option here. Just more removal spells, essentially. Trophy my thing, sure. So we're going to find another black source so we can cast both Half of a Murderous Rider in the same turn. Okay, this works reasonably well for us. Like, this is some of their best removal spells. Scrying to the top, well, it's going to go away, so... Well, it's just a hard counter spell at this point, so that's a nice one. I think I'm in for both of those, actually. Just poke them for 1. Yep, don't mind that one. So the Castle Vantress just means that we can use that to filter through our draws, make sure that we're not gonna flood out at all from here. I think we're pretty much set here. I don't think they have any draws. Hydroid Crassus is still a good one, but we don't care about the body. I think I like just taking the Thought Erasure here, actually. We've already got one counter here, so just make sure they've got nothing going on, which is fine. Keep the drown on the top. So yeah, as I say, the only card that would give us any concern is Hydroid Crassus, just because the cast trigger draws them all the cards. But beyond that, I think we were pretty much on the road to winning that one regardless. There, Noxious Grasp seems great against all of their green things. Legion's End's probably unnecessary. Empty the God Eternals is probably too expensive. Disdainful Stroke probably pretty good as well. Duress is obviously very good too. Probably cut Tyrant, Scorns, Drowns, just doing a better job of that. Probably don't need as many of these Serpents. Let's go with that. I hope everyone's having a wonderful Saturday. We're going to be live reasonable amount of time today, amount of time tomorrow. And see how it goes. See how we get on, see how many people come and watch. This one's a mulligan, just not enough lands. This one's great. Just gonna throw back a swamp here. Let's move this over to the other screen. Thank you very much. Wow, they got Stone Cold nothing. This one could get Veil of Summered, but okay, they don't have Veil. Akko seems horrific for us. Let's just take that one away. Yeah, I don't think I need that yet. I think I'm happy with what we've got going on. Kind of just want them to play this. Oh, that's perfect. Let's get rid of this Vraska too. Yeah, we'll keep that too. So the top of their deck is obviously going to be just gas, but the first one wasn't. So going to play Thief of Sanity this turn. We're going to get to... They're going to kill Thief of Sanity with the Assassin's Trophy, so it means that we can hold up Noxious Grasp in the event that they play, if they find the Gaddock. Like, we can't play around this, like, they've got two of them, so we just may as well play into it. Ramps us a little bit, makes our mana slightly smoother for the rest of the game, so... that should have probably been a swamp just to make sure that we could play both halves of Murderous Riders, but don't think it's going to matter too much at the moment. Hydroid Crassus again is just the scariest thing that they can do. Yeah, Hydroid Crassus is a good one. We're just going to kill that one now. Okay, we found a swamp anyway. So if they don't do anything, we get to start scrying, and if they do start doing things, we just get to use the Murderous Riders to kill all their stuff. So I'm going to actually use this in response, because if they target the island anyway, so it doesn't matter too much, but if they targeted the other land, then they could have made a food with the goose. Don't really want them to do that. I'm going to kill the land here as well. Just try and keep the board clear. Vraska's okay here. That should just be sacking the Fabled Passage to draw cards, I would imagine. No, you want to kill my Murderous Riders? Sure. Well, it means you have to chomp the goose now. Unless you've got something else, obviously. Yep, that's fine. That one's a good one. It's gonna be really awkward. Can I return? Opponent controls. I can't bounce my Murderous Rider. That's super awkward. I'm gonna bounce this so we can get in with these guys. Murderous Rider's just going to keep this Vraska in check. I need to go after them. I need their cards to give me some card advantage. The Murderous Rider there is good. Adventure spells are quite awkward when you do stuff like this. So if I cast the adventure half of this, then it means that they can... Gaddock's a good one. If they want to kill my stuff, like, I get to just deal with these, so... I'm just going to kill the Vraska in response, because it means I get to deal with everything here. Another swamp. So 2 at Gaddock, 3 at your face. We can play out this Murderous Rider, play a land so we can scry at their end step. And set up some more draws. Feels weird playing a control deck that doesn't have that many planeswalkers in it, because that's kind of what control has been over the last few years. So this is another big Hydroid Crassus, but we're going to scry into a removal spell and then hopefully just tempo them. That is certainly the plan. Yup. So that's all they're doing, so we may as well scry now. How many cards in their graveyard? 12. So we are happy with both of those. I'm going to go that way around, because we can play the Serpent and then draw a card with the Serpent. So because of the life totals, I'm actually going to attack here, because picking them to 14 means this is a 2-turn clock. Also just kind of want to make them tap out for something. Then we can just try and 2-turn them with the Serpent. I'll go. Wicked Wolf is a good one. Killing my Murderous Rider. Not their own, which is just worth remembering. Holding up the trophy is brutal. Holding up the trophy is seriously brutal. Go on, cast something. Ugh, that's so awkward. Now it should be dead, but if they let me untap, they are. They will have made a mistake, but oh. Counter that one. Stop it. I guess I've actually got to hit Oko here just to stop this from making it into an elk. Right, okay, let's draw some cards. Want to leave 2 mana up, but I think I can draw beyond that. Well, that's basically what we wanted to draw, isn't it? So I feel like we'll just leave it at that. I don't really care about what they've got going on. If they play like another Assassin's Trophy, then I need to dig for a drown. But I mean, that should be what's that through 2 Assassin's Trophies. Well, there's another one. Yeah, that's not doing it. Okay, on the play. Need to be slightly more proactive with our discard spells, I think, but that's okay. Serpent's an awkward win con, because you kind of want to play it on 6 and then just try and kill them, but it costs you lands to do so, so it's really good late, but like really late, as just a way to push through, but in the kind of middle game like that was, it was super awkward. Right, we're on the play. Man, that mana's awkward, but it's a keep. Mill them. Ooh, we got a disdainful stroke out of them. Yeah, I'm into both of those. That was 2 very good mills there. Yep. So, question is if I'm playing Thief into... I think I am playing Thief into the Vraska, because I get to... Overwhelmed Apprentice gets to trade for the Vraska then, so or like kill the Vraska after that, and then I've got some good follow-ups, so... Maybe keeping the Duress was wrong, actually, looking at our mana. Okay, that's fine, we get to shuffle it away now anyway. That works out quite nicely for us, actually. Yeah, let's just play another Thief. If that was their answer to this, then I think I'm okay with that. Cry the Carnarium. That's an interesting one. Okay, our hand's super responsive now, so... Counter that one. I can't answer that one, so... Kill the Orko. Okay, Thief Sanity's a good rip. So they obviously haven't got much in the way of answers to that at this exact moment. This might get them into something, although hopefully it's just a Nissa. Nissa's probably about the best thing it could be for us. Hydrocrass is probably even better. So we can Thought Erasure. Yeah, take away this other one. I don't actually have anything that hit... That Disdainful Stroke's really not very good against us, so... take that and then whack you for 2. And let's start finding spells from your deck. Murderous Rider sounds great. Would have taken the Vraska, but knowing the Disdainful Strokes there, like I can play around that. I have one card in my deck that interacts with that, so... This Murderous Rider can be cast for blue mana, which is relevant with our mana in our hand. I think I'm on to just being responsive here. Don't really want to play into that Disdainful Stroke, so let's just take this and we can just mill all our threats. Okay, keep stuff on top for me, that's good. Just going to cast a Brazen Borderer here. I think I'm going to trophy their Castle Vantress. This is the card that gets them out of this at the moment, because they can scry after I thief them. So I think I'm okay with just doing this to prevent them from being able to do that. Smack you. This deck seems really sweet. This is the Brazen Borderer deck that I've wanted, I think. Okay, that's a bunch of lands. But we are full of Murderous Riders, so I feel like we're definitely ahead here, so that's maybe stating the obvious there, but let me see if I can build all of this in paper. This deck is super sweet. Oh, cool. Yeah, I have to let that one resolve, because I have no ways of countering it. Make my thief a 3/3. Sure, that's going to kill you quicker. That works for me. Send him away. Yep. Okay, that was sweet. That was a sweet, sweet set of 3. Into gold 1. Ooh, a booster. Castle Ardenvale, sure. I didn't actually put this into Streamdecker, so let me do that just now. Alright, let's continue. Hopefully I can get the 3-0 here. Gets us out of gold. Be awesome. I would love to play first. This hand's awful. This hand's awful. This hand is significantly better. So I think I'm supposed to be throwing away a land and throw away a Murderous Rider. This is going to scry me into some good stuff is my hope here. So this gives us an idea. This gives us a good heads up about what we're playing against pretty early on too. I don't think I want either of those just now. Thought Erasure is going to do the same or a better job of dressing. So why everyone at home? Don't ever cast this card in your opponent's end step. Draw your card and then cast it. Because it says instant doesn't mean you need to cast it as an instant. Unless you're getting Thought Seized or Thought Erasured, don't cast it. Right, Thought Erasure. We're digging for lands and I just kind of want to take, yeah, that one. I can play around the Time Wipe. But you ramping is not a thing I want to happen, so... So we'll duress them next turn, or well, we'll hit them with the Thief first, see what's happening. See what they've drawn. Once upon a time, sure thing. Sure thing, chicken wing. Grazer. Grazer is a good one, but unless they've found a green source, I'm not going to be able to cast it here. Right, duress them, take away this Time Wipe. They found a Hydroid Krasis. Well, that would be good if we didn't just rip the Tyrant Scorn, so let's see if we find anything good from their deck. Well, we'll just take these fields away. Assuming they're just going to Hydroid Krasis for 2 here, and then we'll Tyrant Scorn kill it, and then hopefully we can hit something good off this Thief this turn. Playing the Grazer. Sure. Destroy this one. This hits Hydroid Krasis, which is good. There's a good draw there. Alright, come on, give us a good one. These are good ones for them not to have. I think I'm just taking Circuitous Route. This should just be a Hydroid Krasis for 4. Then we get to Legion's End. Hopefully they draw another Hydroid Krasis, although there is one in their graveyard already. If they find another one, that would be amazing for us, just because we get to take them all away. They draw, so they do start getting to make zombies next turn, so the next Legion's End is a very good draw there. Alright, what else have you got? You've got a Kenrith. Kenrith is a good one. This doesn't answer the Kenrith, so... Yup. It begins. Yup. We got another land. No, no other land. No other land is good for us. Playing Kenrith? Feel like you're playing Kenrith. You have a root. Okay. Okay. I'm hearing you. That's the red source for Kenrith to give haste as well. I think this time wipe is going to be pretty sick. So we get to Once Upon a Time in their end step, find the land, time wipe, wrath their board, and pick up my thief. So hopefully they go all in on this Kenrith here. Oh, they're going all in. Please play a land. That wasn't a land. Kenny. Kenny gives the things haste. So I take a lot here, but that's okay. I would love to find a land, please. Castle Vantress is exactly that. I think I'll take it to Ferry. Hopefully I can just get there with some flyers. Oh, they found a Fae. We were doing so well. We were doing so well, and then it's going horribly wrong. Oh, I didn't mean to open that. Jace, Wielder of Mysteries. Okay. Okay. Jace. That's such a weird card to choose. Like, such a weird card. Like, what like... doesn't really do anything. I'm gonna play my Thief and pass. I've got this as murder or as counterspell here, so if they do something I really don't like. I feel like I'm supposed to counter this. I'm not like, doesn't seem like a massive deal, but I feel like I'm still supposed to counter it. And it works. Let's just play Teferi, bounce the Fae, which is super awkward. Let's take another Teferi. Hopefully this Brazen Borderer can get there. Hopefully it can do it. Teferi's going down. Look, a distraction. Distraction resolved. Yup. We're so close to getting this. So them going to 5 doesn't actually matter. They can't activate Golos without an untapped land. Need an untapped land. So that needs to be an untapped land. So I reckon they're just going to be wishing for something and then playing a 1/4, at which point we then win. They're going to wish for something to cast next turn. They're going to play a 1/4. We get to flash in Brazen Border, play Teferi, bounce the Fae, hit them for 5. Oh. Really? Pop it back in your hand. Give me some good ones. They're definitely not good ones. Bounce the Golos. Feels fucking disgusting. I don't need the 4th land, do I? So playing the Dismal Blackwater is probably the right thing to do there. This Brazen Border is lethal, so they need another gain life land. If they have another gain life land, then I think I'm just dead. These decks don't tend to play too many, and there are already 2 in play. So I'm hoping that that's them all. There's a Selesnya Guildgate, there's a Simic Guildgate, a Hallowed Fountain, yeah, and what else have I hit? I've only got 10 cards left in library. Castle Vantress, sure. Yep. Yep. Yup. Are they coming for me? Are they coming for Teferi? Still coming for Teferi. Sure. So at the moment, removal spell is lethal. Flash in the Brazen Borderer. That is a removal spell. Cast this one. Sure. Yes. Always have that extra sensation of beating Golos. So, right, Unmoored Ego's in, Disdainful Stroke's in. Tyrant Scorn's not very good here. I think Drown the Lock's very good actually. Enter the God Eternals is not very good. Lochmere Serpent's probably not good enough. I like the rest of my threats because they're all cheap. I think I do just want to take them out and just be make sure that I can cast all my things. So, yep, let's do this. This one's fine. It's a little bit clunky, but if they don't play a field, then this naming field's just gonna be pretty brutal. So field then Hydroid Cresses probably. What does that mean? Don't put a Field of the Dead into play. God damn it. I think I'm now just taking Golos's. Okay, their hand's not very good. Oh, wonderful. That's exactly how I expected that to work. Why would you let me look at everything? I have to make my decisions before that point. Wonderful. Unfortunately, I just have to pass. This hand's super awkward now, so these drowns will get better, but at the moment they're pretty god awful. Them having one field means it's like having any number of fields, so Yup. Yikes, that's 2. That's really annoying. Okay, on to the next one. They've got a Veil. Like, we're not resolving anything here. Hand was a bit awkward in the first place, but on the play, I think our sideboarding's correct. It's just need to probably have thought erasures and duresses. Try and stop them putting in the thing that early. On the play, this hand's great. Excuse me, sorry. Let's shock this one in and duress you. Double Field of the Dead. So they have to play 1-on-1, which is fine. I found out once upon a time, sure. Okay, they're on all lands at the moment, so I think I'm going to lead on Overwhelmed Apprentice. Wow, really? Certainly after they scryed top, let's do that. I think I'm happy with both of those. So if they haven't found a glass casket, this Thief Sanity is going to do some work, which doesn't look like they have. Wonderful. Growth Spiral's a good one for us, actually. Alright, Thought Erasure, you opponent. Think I take the Golos. I don't need an apprentice here. Don't really care about the Kenrith, because I can just Murderous Rider it. Golos at least it has an ETB, so just get another swamp here. That one. Can't scry, which is slightly unfortunate, but Kenrith resolves. Kenrith dies. Two-turn clock on board. What you got, opponent? Okay, that means I'm not going to be able to counter anything, so I'm just going to Growth Spiral now. I couldn't cast a Disdainful Stroke with Murderous Rider, so there's no point holding up anything. I can bounce my Thief if they want. think I'm okay just leading on duress here. Seems good. Find a negate. They've got a Golos. Cool. I'm just going to knock the Teferi off the board. I don't think the 1 point is going to make too much of a difference here, so... play the Thief, and then I can hold up Disdainful Stroke for the Golos. They'll get some zombies on the ground, but that's okay. We've got Legion's End to deal with that, so... I think we're in really strong shape here. Same as usual, just don't top deck Hydroid Crassus. Yep. Nope. Would have been pretty brutal if they had drawn a Veil of Summer, but... that's a nice play from the opponent, not doing this main phase. I'm just attacking with everybody. If they want to throw a zombie in front of each of these, then that's fine. If they want to double block the Murderous Rider, that's also fine. This is also fine. I'm going to Hydroid Crassus for 2. Means I've got lethal in the air, so it means that they have to do something. Yep. Would you like one of these? Oh, why do they always find the Hydroid Crassus? Yeah, make zombies on the ground. Hydroid Crassus for 3 leaves them dead though, so... Counter that one. Really? Yeah, let's thought erase them first, just for shits and bants. They got nothing. This was sweet. Goodbye, zombies. Goodbye, opponent. We managed to beat Bant Golos, so that bodes well for this deck if it can beat that kind of deck. Ooh, a booster. How wonderful. Gems. Apparently I own everything from that set. Okay, let's go again. How long have we been going for this one? 54 minutes, and we are 2-0 with this deck. This hand's pretty good. Overwhelmed Apprentice into holding up Drown means that you can counter anything on 2, so they've mulliganed as well. Bodes well. Bodes well. Did I actually end up doing this at all or not? I can't remember. I think I did. This deck doesn't actually have too many rare wild cards either. It's got 3 Brazen Borrowers, 4 Murderous Riders, 4 Thief of Sanity, 2 Serpents, which I think are potentially replaceable cards. Like that card hasn't been good when we have played it. 2 Legions End, 2 Enter the God Eternals, A Castle Lochthwain, a Castle Vantress, 4 Fabled Passages, and 4 Watery Graves. So I mean, it's not a massive amount of wildcards at all. And only 4 more on the board, which is your Unmoored Eagers and Enter the God Eternals. I don't need the Fabled Passage, but I'll take another Drown in the Loch. That's a very pretty art. Innkeeper. Well, I can tell you one thing for sure. You're not drawing any cards off of these. So let's destroy this thing. Ooh, they don't have the mana for the Lovestruck Beast either. That's awesome for us. So they've got 4 cards in the graveyard, so we can counter whatever they do. Just gonna counter this one. Main deck Veil of Summer would tilt me a little bit, but no, okay. Just stop it. We milled an Innkeeper. I don't need the Swamp, but I'll take the Brazen Borderer, I think. You would like a 1/1. Okay, I'll let you have this one. Sure. We're going to draw a card and lose 3 life. Yeah, we can lead on the Duress, just see what's going on. Just Murderous Riders. Sure thing, Chicken Wang. Apologies, opponent. Too busy looking at Twitch chat. Take my 5 and like it. Yikes. Let's get rid of your... Get rid of your 1/1 so that thing doesn't actually do anything anymore. I don't know why I played that just there, but don't think it matters too much. Yep. You have a 4/4. Death to Vivian, please. Yep. Just don't play a 1-1 opponent. Oh, God's sake. Sure. That was a good rip. Let's kill your overgrown tomb. And chomp. Then we get to kill the Nissa, play a Murderous Rider. Ah. I'm dead on board with that, so let's... Yeah, that doesn't do anything. Cool, we dead. Can kill the Nissa, but they just kill a Murderous Rider. Right, Noxious Grasp seems great. A Tyrant Scorn seems great. Enter the God Eternal seems great. Disdainful Stroke probably not good enough, even though we would like to be able to deal with that thing. Legion's End probably not good enough. The Serpents are probably not good enough. Borrowers aren't amazing here because all of their stuff's adventures, so yeah, I kind of want to go down on threats a little bit, just try and be more reactive, which I think is okay. Actually, I should have taken dresses out, but I will do that if we get an opportunity for game 3. On the play, yeah, we'll keep this one. Fine, that hand's not very good. That's a good card here. I think I'm into both of those. Take the Murderous Rider first. Why would you let me untap? I'm a blue deck. I've got counter spells. Like, I know I'm just getting Murderous Ridered here, but like, that's seriously loose. Like, if I have anything, you get blown out by that. Really stupid play. pressed the wrong button. Let's play this out. At least every spell in my deck is castable here. With this mana. I don't know why it does that. Alright, sure. Sure. Let's move on to one more, and then I will probably take a break for a wee bit. I'm going for an hour with this. There hasn't been a whole lot of people on the live stream, so let's get one more win so we get this at least, and then we'll move on. This sounds a little awkward. It's obviously quite a lot of land, but we'll have a go with it. Temple of Milady. That's another land. We don't need any more of those. We don't actually have that many catch-up mechanics in this either. We don't have a Wrath, we don't have any like Cry of the Carnarium or anything like that either, so we kind of have to rely on tempo and being able to control the boards, so boot that thing away. Dresses are so bad in this matchup, and so good there. Although we are about to get questing beasted, but you know, whatever. Man, their hand is stacked. Really? You don't want to take... Surely taking 2 to deal me 2 is a good exchange there for you. I'll just pass. I think I'm likely to... I guess just see what attacks they make. Okay, at least they keep drawing lands. Destroy this Paradise Druid. I got 9. Imagine he just plays Innkeeper and Order of Midnight, but he might just Order of Midnight and rebuy like the Paradise Druid, just for value. I think I prefer playing the Order of Midnight, but just playing nothing. I think nothing is interesting. I would like to kill your Questing Beast and make 4/4. You can obviously Murderous Knight my 4/4, but I'll take the 4 life. I think we're probably just dead here. But ugh. Vomit. This card is just so obnoxious. Noxious Grasps, Tyrant Scorn. I don't want the Duresses. And the Brazen Borderers were the other card that wasn't particularly good earlier, so yeah. Still want Drowns. Legion's End's fine, deals with the stupid 1/1. More ways to deal with that stupid 1/1 on turn 2 the better. Yeah, this hand's pretty good. You could play this on 1, which then means that we're untapped lands for the rest of the game. So hopefully they play the card advantage card on 1. That would be awesome for us here, just because we have the answers to it. Obviously they don't. Why would they? I wonder if that was holding up Veil of Summer. Wow, you're doing nothing? What was your hand? I'm gonna play Thief. I'm just gonna jam Thief next turn. They don't have a Murderous Rider. Goes to town. Yep. Yep. Not having had anything to mill them yet is pretty awkward as well. Just a super awkward draw. Maybe this is just a bad matchup. It certainly doesn't seem particularly good. I'm just playing a Murderous Rider out. Making a 1/1. I think I'm just supposed to kill the 1/1. Oh, come on, opponent. Oh, that's a good draw. That starts to turn the drown on. Let's try and smooth this draw out. Yes, and I don't really want that. But I'll quite happily take the murder. They're just not doing anything. Sure. What is in your hand, opponent? Oh, excuse me. I'm not going to play the Thief's Sanity here. Now that I've drawn that, I want to Murderous Rider the Lovestruck Beast, so that there's 3 cards in the graveyard, so Drown can counter a Murderous Rider. That one's fine, that's going to get Legion's End. Don't care about these ones. I guess I'm actually just murdering this here just now anyway, so it doesn't actually matter. What else is going on in your hand? Mono questing beasts and finds. Wonderful. Yeah, we're just dead to that. Like, why weren't you just jamming questing beasts down my throat? Like, questing beast, then I deal with them and then you find them and pick them back up and do it again. Right, let's go one more with this. I would like to get this last win with this deck. Don't want to run into this green-black adventure deck. This is definitely not a good matchup. On the play with this one, we get to fetch up an island and then Thought Erasure them on 2 and then see where we go from there. Just searching up the island now just to make sure. No issues. Thought Erasure you, opponent. What are you working with? Stuff I don't really care about, actually. That card's probably the scariest. I don't really care about the Doom Foretold. I guess I should probably take it anyway because it's actually the most card advantage. I don't actually want that. It's going to be difficult to get cards into the graveyard, so this counter spell. I've already got one that's going to be kind of awkward here. Tyrant Scorn's a dead card too. I kind of just want to find, yeah, stuff like that. Let's try and clock them. If they cast it with a Kaya, then I can run this thing out. Okay, that's progressing to making this card good. Make a 3/1 flyer that's going to die to this thing. Yay! And then we're playing Thief Sanity, holding up an island. Return this to my hand. Don't get any life. So even if he plays Ethereal Absolution, Brazen Borrower dies and I get to hit him for 2. That one's super annoying, yep. Yep. Drain me for all you like. At least I'm getting to turn these Tyrant Scorns into real cards here, which I wouldn't have otherwise been doing. I got 3 cards in the yard, so Drowning the Lock is nearly going to do something. Counter that one. Don't kill my thief. I like my thief. Yay, didn't kill my thief. Ooh, we found a drown. Drown now deals with the Absolution. None of that. Narcissus stopping them drawing cards is the most relevant part of that one there, so. Okay, Teferi, you can bounce my thief, but you're not drawing anything. Unless you want to bounce your own oath. Bouncing your own oath may have been better. So they've already taken 2 Wraths away. I need to scry into a Wrath here. Oh, those weren't the Wrath. Let's... That's probably better. Yeah, let's go with that. It was a bit far away. I felt like you couldn't really see my glorious face, so now you can. Ethereal Absolution, sure. Coming for you. Both Kai is a good one. Ethereal Absolution of my own. Okay. I think I'm just holding on to this Serpent. Right, so it's exile a card from opponent's graveyard. If it was a creature, make a 1/1. Do I have any creatures in here? 1 Brazen Borrower. This is just to normalize their one. Why did my stuff... Oh, because he brought back another Ethereal Absolution. Yeah, sure. That's so fun. So fun. Unmoored Egos in, Legions and out. Tyrant Scorn out. Disdainful Strokes in. And the God Eternals out. Let's do it. Hope you're all doing wonderfully this fine Saturday. This is probably going to be the last game with this deck, and then we'll try and move on to something else. See how we get on with something else. Opponents always take so long to make decisions. So long. I'm on the play. I have Duress into Thought Erasure into Unmoored Ego. If that's not good enough in this matchup, I don't know what is. think it's Narset. Because I can... I don't really care about any of these. Yeah, we'll take Narset just because it's card advantage. It's like I can unmoored Ego and just take the Tefetis if that was actually a concern. Let's see what they've drawn. Oath. Oath is probably the most annoying one there. I don't want that just now. I can buy that one back later. Let's just strip these Tefetis away. What have they got in the deck? So, Doom Foretold, Dance, they've got Devout Decree. Okay, that's an interesting one to know about. Okay. They do get to draw 2 cards here, but I think that's okay. Yeah, that's fine. Their hand's not very good here. Now we'll name Dance. We find one in their hand. We find the 2 in their library. Is it just 2? Yup, sure. Okay, so that's basically all of their potential shenanigans are gone. We're gonna have to play a fair game of Magic now. We've got double counter spells for their stuff. So Doom Foretold get countered and Ethereal Absolution gets countered by this. So. I'll quite happily shock just to be able to scry or counter this Absolution. If they want to try and jam this, they're more than welcome to. This is just a big old ball of nope. You may as well just concede now, opponent, because it's a big old ball of nope. Okay, they're going to scry as much as we are now, so... I think I'm looking for Thought Erasers. Don't think I need those lands. I would take the Castle Lothwain, I think, as the only land I'm particularly interested in. Or Whelmed Apprentice is a good one. Ooh, that was a good 2 to mill. And I'm definitely in for both of those too, so... they've got lots of cards in their graveyard. I think I'm just into... passing. I guess I'm not scrying, am I? I don't really need to worry about... Yeah, let's just do this actually. Let's just put Lochmere Serpent in our hand. Can still hold up both of these, but the only downside is it makes my drown slightly worse. But I think that's worth it at this point because I'm not doing anything, and I don't think there's any spell that costs less than 3 that I actually care about. Potentially Narset. Okay, they decided that they weren't having fun anymore, so obviously our plan was correct. So we're gonna run it back. Yeah, we achieved our goal there. Oh, stop going up on that side of the screen. Okay, so I want a similar kind of hand with Duress, Thought Erasure, Unmoored Ego. This doesn't have the Duress or Thought Erasure, but it does have the Unmoored Ego. It does have the Overwhelmed Apprentice that can try and help us get there, so I think this is probably a keep. Hopefully we draw Swamp. Swamp I think is probably our best draw, or Watery Grave. Duress. Duress is interesting. I think I'm supposed to lead on this still and try and scry to us an untapped black source, which that isn't. So I don't want either of those, I don't think. That was a good two to hit there. Thought Erasure me. How their plan has changed. So we're playing the Fabled Passage to find a swamp so that we can play the castle untapped. Next turn, we can actually Duress Thought Erasure next turn, which would be sweet. Again, don't think there's not that many 3-mana plays that I care about that much. God damn it. Yup. I meant to fetch with this before that resolved and I forgot, so I can't fetch now. Because these statics are so horrible. Whose idea was it to put static abilities on planeswalkers? Whose bright idea was it? I want to know. I need to know so I can tell them they're a horrible person. Come on. Sure. Well, that's 4 lands I could have really done with drawing. Ha, trolling me. Alright, Duress your opponent. 1 dance. Wonderful. So I'm running on significantly more than you are. And my 2 Fabled Passages are going to be super awesome once this Ashiok hooks right off. You are randomly milling me. Sure. I'm going to respond and fetch now. Because I can. just to make sure that I actually have lands to be able to get, because that would be horrific if I didn't. I think a 3/1 flash seems great. Let's kill them. This card's great. This card's just so good. Alright, just to check, make sure this isn't a thing. Oh, it was a thing. Don't think I need that. Pretty sure we have this locked up just because of double drown. Counter your spell, counter your spell. Like, you've got 9 cards in your graveyard that's countering everything. Oh, they kept one on the top. Nope. Nope. Well, at least my mistake has not cost me anything. Good. That's a good way to finish up there. It's kind of the power of just a little bit of disruption, just a lot of pressure, and that's the thing I think this deck is doing quite well, is that it's mixing that that degree of control elements with mid-range elements, and just trying to actually pressure them. I'm getting dead. Ooh, we got a mythic. Yay, we got a mythic. Okay, let's do a wrap on this one. So yeah, this deck was really sweet. So being able to just kind of play like a normal mid-range control style game. Playing Overwhelmed Apprentice to smooth out the draws was actually really good. Also turns on Drown in the Lock a little bit easier as well, which was superb. Thief of Sanity was excellent, just being able to pressure the opponent. Milling them was relevant as well. Again, it helps the drown. Duress was fine. Maybe a little bit too much for the main deck, but I can see why we put that in there. Legion Dan, very good at dealing with the tokens out of Golos. We managed to beat Golos, so that was good. The Serpent seems like it's maybe overkill. These 2 cards potentially are just overkill. And you maybe just want to be slightly more like lower to the ground, just have slightly lower curve, and try and be slightly just never worry about having to hit land 4. Like, you can just play a spell a turn on 3 lands and 2 spell a turn on 4 lands, which is realistically all you really want to be doing. And if you ever hit 6, you can just start casting both halves of Murderous Rider. So yeah, this deck was sweet. So let's for those of you that are watching this on YouTube later, remember and follow me on Twitch. It's twitch.tv/awrainer, and everyone on Twitch, youtube.com/rainer1903. It'd be awesome if you check me out.